All right, y'all. I'm just gonna make this quick. All right. I got home about an hour ago. About 2 hours ago. I'm not gonna lie. I chilled for a little bit, and then I was gonna record, but then I had to take a doodle low key. I once again went to Dreamcon 2025, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't get a lot last year. Obviously, I got the sword and all that. I don't have nothing to cool show off. I got the hat. I really like the hat, and I got this jersey. You know what I'm saying? And I wore my jersey or the baseball tee I got last year. A lot of people liked it. Once again, I'm making this video to kind of just show what was kind of there at the event, and then talk about what I did personally, and then maybe some like things to keep in mind if you're thinking of going next year. This year Dreamcon was hosted in Houston, Texas, and next year it's going to be in Houston again. I think they said July 10th to the 12th. That's cool. It's gonna be in Houston again. I just want to say, people who live in Houston, I don't know how you do it. The driving was atrocious. I don't know how you guys survive on the roads. Everyone is like an F1 driver. So day one Dreamcon, obviously, I had it on Friday. I did the badge pickup. All right, y'all, so I got my badge after standing in this long line. It is right here. I stood in this long line, bro, but there was one line that literally wrapped around the whole building. So I'm about to go to this convention hall. We're gonna see what's going on. Yeah, so also this, I just want to say this hat is like tight. Like I kind of got a big head, but I also got a lot of hair, so like this hat kind of hurts. And the line, y'all, literally wrapped around the building, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I might have low-key cut. I might have low-key cut the line. Okay, it was, well, I'm just gonna call it creating my own path, because I'm not gonna lie, the line was not moving. Okay, I don't know where people were waiting in line, but I went through like a middle door that people were going in and out of. I don't know. Honestly, just kind of walked around the convention hall for a bit, y'all. And actually this year, I'm glad I was able to get into the YouTube lounge. Last year, I was not able to. It was kind of awkward the way I had to like just walk up to this girl that was like on a laptop, and I was like, hey, I registered, but like I didn't get the email for it, because like I was supposed to get an email to be approved for it. Never did, so I just told her my email, my YouTube name, and I just walked in and I said, look, I still got the little badge thing. Look at this. Y'all see this? That's the thing I had to get on. I would have kept it on and showed you it on my wrist. I'll probably put a picture. I think I got a picture of it on my wrist. I did actually take a picture with Joe from some bros. Joe, friends with Berleezy, PG, all of them. I did see PG as well, and I actually talked to him, but I'm not gonna lie, I was too nervous to ask for a picture. In that YouTube lounge, I saw so many like creators. Well, first of all, Berleezy randomly walked in, or Berleezy came in because he was doing a panel in there, and then afterwards, I think that's when Joe and PG came in there. I had took that one after I had talked to PG, after I kind of just say, hey, I like your podcast, because their podcasts are mad funny, bro, if y'all haven't seen that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm bothering them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm bothering them when I ask for a picture, especially when, like, even though they were just kind of chilling, like, these are the one content creators I saw just kind of like standing in place talking to people. And after, kind of creepily standing around Joe for like 5 minutes, I finally worked up the courage to ask him for a picture. So also Mari, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but Mari was there. Dante came in there, and then your boy Roshi, Lupa-san, all of them, they were like kind of outside. Swoozy was outside, but they looked like Swoozy was taking a picture with like a bunch of people, and then your boy Roshi and like Lupa and all of them, they looked, they were really busy. They looked, they were like rushing around trying to like find where they're going, and I get it, because they got panels and stuff to go to. So then later in the day, I did go again, like I said, to the volleyball game, which was very entertaining. There was a guy next to me, sitting next to me, who was very, very passionate about the players playing. Bro was literally over here betting and gambling like $5 right next to me. I saw a few content creators just kind of sitting around in there, because it was literally empty when I went in there the first time, because I was not supposed to be in there. No, it was, but you had to go Saturday, honestly, I just hung out in the YouTube lounge until the Bay Brigade. I knew I would see everything was going too well. I knew I was gonna stutter on something. The Bay Brigade battle. I went to that again this year. Fire. I think that honestly has to be my favorite event. Like it's just everyone's turned up, music, dancing. And then honestly, that's what I did Saturday. Then after that, I left. Unless for something else. Oh yeah, I also went to the dodgeball. Yeah, also went to the dodgeball. It was okay. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little lackluster. I don't want to call it lackluster. I didn't enjoy it too much. It was okay. Okay, I'm gonna take my hat off. I don't know where to put this. I'm just gonna take my hat off because that is like squeezing my head. Honestly, and finally Sunday, the third day, today as I'm recording. I'm not getting this out the same day, but when all I did was go to, I forgot where it was. Oh my god. I decided to go to the one tap versus Touchgrass TV. They had like a little family game show thing going on. That was honestly a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I opted to go over that versus the mix and mingle thing that was being hosted in the YouTube lounge. I did want to go to that, but I was like, dang, they're being held in the same time. Like I literally couldn't make it to the other one. And then finally the gatekeep closing ceremony. Now I have a lot of things to say about this. Okay, firstly, I just want to preface this by saying very good job to all Dreamcon creators, panelists, staff, security, everyone that was trying their best to organize this and make it a good event. Way better convention center. Let me tell you the pros first. I really like this convention center it was held out this year. It was the George R. Brown Convention Center. The good thing about Dreamcon, there's multiple things going on that's going to appeal to different people. There's a lot of events going on at once. Like you're not going to be able to go here, then here, then here. You're going to have to make a schedule and be like, okay, I want to go here, then I can go here, maybe spend a few minutes here and then try to make it in time for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to like manage your time, which I didn't do, to be honest with you. Not very well, at least. I tried, but not very well. It was better than last year though, I will say. However, I do have some gripes that I want to talk about. So I think I might have mentioned it last year, but the RSVP. So I RSVP'd this year. I actually did RSVP a few events. Again, RSVP is such a useless system. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Last year, I blamed myself because a lot of the stuff needed RSVP and I didn't RSVP. So I took that blame on myself. Some of the stuff that I did RSVP this year, like I understand now, do not get me wrong. Premium people, you guys pay extra. That makes sense. Premium makes sense to go in front of and do all that in front of RSVP. That makes sense because y'all pay like $100 extra, which RSVP is just free. I just gotta like, do it in time. But RSVP being mixed in with the general line makes no sense to me. And it makes me feel like I pretty much wasted my time trying to RSVP. Because for some things you literally they didn't even scan your thing. Like they would just like, all right, RSVP, get in the general line with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And then just, we're not going to even scan it. You guys are just going to go in after the premium. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why am I wasting my time RSVPing if you're just going to like be like, oh, everybody goes in. Like, I think I only had one event that checked for my RSVP, and that was the Bay Brigade battle. That was the only one that actually checked my RSVP. Even last year, I was able to get in quite a few RSVP events without even having to, be checked at the door. I wasn't even checked at the door. I was just like, they were like, oh, you can walk in. I just want to say the organization was good on Friday and Saturday, but Sunday. The closing ceremony was very poorly organized, I want to say. First of all, there was 3 different lines, one for premium, again, makes sense. Another one for general and RSVP, and then there was a random line that was in like some kind of like gold kind of like walkway kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it, like off in the back. I don't know how they were gonna get in. They're at the back of the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're at the back. How are they gonna get in? They gonna, I don't know. Again, people were cutting in line and they were sending people to that general line, but then people started to literally bombard and rush towards, like, just rush past the staff towards the like the like closing ceremony where it was being held, like through, try to go through the doorway. And I am not in any way trying to say the staff should try to take on a whole horde of people, in no way. But that should have been way better organized, because they were telling some people to go another way, but then just starting to let people just walk past them. And it's like, okay, well, now I've lost my place in line. And again, this is an RSVP event that, again, people were just starting to bombard and walk through. And then eventually I walked through, and then I literally got stuck in a crowd full of people. It started getting hot. And like, and then they told us to start backing up, and then by that point I had lost my place in line and I wasn't interested anymore. I literally was like, okay, I'll watch this on YouTube. All they do is tell you thank you for coming, which I would have liked to, you know, see. And they also had a little game show called Gatekeep. That's their own game show. Just had to get my gripes out, because I feel like I want to give constructive criticism, because I want this con to be something that, like, I want this con to be better, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give my opinion and my experience. Again, everyone experiences this differently. Some people could have loved this event, you know what I'm saying? Some people could have hated, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's my opinion. It is not a fact. That being said, you guys, I'm about to go sleep. I don't know why I put this hat back on. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more content from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.